Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. This is a scene from the World of Darkness Changeling venue. Yesterday, Count Castiel Hawthorne would have received a letter, a formal letter from Sir Alexander Shah requesting an audience with him. The meeting has been sent, yes, so Zander is now showing up at the Count's. Zander will be dressed in formal garb, in his formal outfit. Of course, it's Liam colors. It's dark midnight blue with gray trim. In case anyone does not know what Zander's formal outfit looks like, it is actually, if you have seen Bleach, it is a form of the robes that Ichigo wears in his for release Bankai state, for those of you who don't know. And we will start there with Sir Shah showing up at the Count's.
Castiel is there. When you get there to the county, Castiel has been a bit busy as of late, basically trying to keep up with the day-to-day task of being a count, overseeing his barony, making sure that a lot of the displaced citizens are taken care of, as well as anyone else that may be seeking refuge for the many different things that have been happening in the Kingdom of Apples lately. It's been quite the ride. But Castiel's house is always open. So they meet Zander and they escort him into like the deeper regions of, you know, his house and his county to his personal freehold. There, one of the first things you would notice is that I actually have a picture for you, so I can better describe it for you.
Okay, no problem.
If I can find it, goodness. And one of the first things you will notice about this place is that there are no stairs.
There's no what?
There are no stairs or any way to actually navigate this place at all. The only way one would be able to navigate this place is by using specially attuned pedestals that allow one from moving place to place. And by doing that, one will be able to navigate rather easily. So they show you how to do it. And but yeah, you step on the pedestal and there is Castiel on the other side, sitting at the table with his hands with a pensive look as his retainers look at you, give you a deep bow and excuse themselves. How may I help you, Mr. Shaw? Sir Shaw.
Yeah. You can tell he looks a little pensive. Like, actually, I came and seek your help, actually.
I assume since you used my full title that this is rather important. So, how may I help you?
Yes, it is. As you are currently aware of the turmoil that the kingdom finds itself in after the attack on the Balefires by the Ice Worm. Some of my cohorts and I have been doing some investigation into this. and a consensus has been met amongst us, and we feel that with everything that's gone on in the kingdom in the last year, we are lending ourselves to the idea that this was not a random incident. And without a doubt, we all feel that this could be a prelude to war. It
Castiel
makes
takes out a goblet and pours some wine in it, sits back, nurses it as he listens to your tale.
it makes sense. It makes scary sense. For this to have happened when it did, it leaves us vulnerable, so vulnerable. If something like this were to happen again, it could surely be the end of us. We have been displaced. Most of our homes have been destroyed. There will be others to take advantage of this at some point. We have been left running in many different directions with no answers, with no idea of what's really going on.
I see.
We all do suspect that it is the Dantean that is behind this, although some may feel that they are not coordinated enough to do this. However, beginning from the bomb fest to the attempted abduction of the Queen, the death of the last Marshal, not to mention the death of the Sealy Queen. There's just so many things that have went wrong this year. This all cannot be a coincidence. The biggest problem is no one seems to be gathering around any notion of what's going on. I have spoken with the current marshal. Well, one of the, not the marshal. I've spoken with the chief magistrate, Troy Benton, and he seems to lend an ear to this notion. We are still in the stages of trying to find out if it is the Dantean actually. However, I feel that by the time we make a move, it may be too late. After the bombing at the Unseelie Fest, it turned Sealy versus Unseelie really quickly. And no one seemed to want to rally around the notion that this was just not a random attack. As cruel or as uneasy as it may seem, I think that we should use this as our rally cry, because it not only affects the Sealy and Unseelie, no matter what house you're in, we've all suffered a great loss. And if we can't turn this event to our favor, at least in preparing to protect ourselves, then we are lost.
He'll nod. So, out of character real quick, his stutter is still there, but Anthony's too tired to do it right now. So, just throwing that out there.
Okay. Then that will actually make Zander a little bit more easy.
Mm-hmm.
And more, a little bit more easy to talk. So, yeah. Because right now I'm like trying to be as professional as possible. Okay, back in scene. Baroness Astra Greyhawk is still doing some research onto the effects of the ice that was taken from my freehold. The Squire Timothy believes that he can, with the help of some of the other knockers that Sir Kagoma is going to help provide from Cregeny, to make Weaver wards, I believe it is, to help shore up the rest of the Bellfires. At least in this way, if there is another ice run attack, we would have some protection. The Squire Timothy is also is able to check out some of the more banal places, such as the hospitals and whatnot, to see if it is, in fact, there could be some trace of a Dantean freehold because this is the only thing that we right now that we can lend credence to, because if they are organized, they're going to have to be organized in a way that they may have been able to hide from us one-on-one, but once you start gathering a large group, it's going to be a lot harder to cover your footsteps. Tribenton is also looking into the whereabouts of the ice worm, and maybe we can backtrace the cause from there. But at this point, I feel that everyone is doing what they can to attempt to find out who is actually behind this. However, the notion has been put by Tribenton that it may not just be the Dante, someone or someone's can even be behind that, focusing their attacks on us through the Dante. There are so many questions that are still left unanswered. Must start taking steps to protect ourselves. Now, I'm not trying to be the crazy one on the corner with the sign saying the end is near. However, I do believe we need to start thinking in a more progressive way. And this is where I think that you could be able to help us.
He'll study you and swallow some of the wine, scratch his beard, and look at you.
Well, you've never seen Zander this serious, because he's always joking and laughing with you and making an odd comment, but you've never seen him this serious.
All right. Let me see what I can do.
The focus behind this, no one really is going to listen to me. I know this. I am a Liam. I've already been met with much disdain in a lot of areas. So I know me trying to take lead in this is not going to come of any good. However, we have House Fiona, we have the Baroness and Ilunid. I mean, we even have Rancor Redcap. The more variety that we can get into this, the more everyone will stop looking at this as a house problem or a silly problem or an unsilly problem. But this is a changeling problem. This is our problem. The next lives that could be lost could be someone that we all love.
He'll sit back. You make solid points. I will speak with the other barons in my county, see what they have to say. And if we're all in agreement that this is what we should do to move forward, then we will. I will call as he kind of like gently puts up his hand, and I will go to the Parliament of Dreams myself.
I think the biggest thing that needs to come of this is this needs to be the time that information flows freely.
Also, this also should be a time of caution. If we move too quickly, too hastily, this kingdom is still fractured by war. If we say that war is upon us yet again, there will be those that will be quick to discredit you and your loved ones.
That is correct. This is why we are still gathering information, and information being the key. No matter what the information is, how big, how small, how minute, how inconsequential it may seem, it still needs to flow. We can sift through them as we get them, but we cannot act if we do not have the information.
Which means that we need to, at this point, be very open to delegations of other kingdoms. So my trip to the Kingdom of Grass is going to be moved up, and I would like you to accompany me, along with Baroness Laney, as we go and see what's going on.
Yes.
Good. I suggest you make some preparations with your place of work and let them know that You'll be gone for some time. Um, I don't think this will be more than a week, but I could be wrong. I don't know what we'll see once we get there.
Understandable.
Right now, I have much work to do. Usually, I would have more time to chit chat and do other things, but it seems that I have my first official meeting with my barons is going to be moved up, and I have to notify them.
Understandable.
He'll get up, shake your hand. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my lord. As he will give you a bow and
He'll
turns
give
to
you a
exit.
polite nod. His individuals that are with him he will clap his hands, and individuals will kind of like open the door and escort you out. And with that, Castiel will begin writing fervently, getting letters out to each of the barons and baronesses in his county, knights in his fiefdom, and be very much busy. Um,
Okay. Alrighty, and Xander will depart, making phone calls to, well, sending text messages to Kagoma and the rest of his little menage a party that he has managed to get on board with this idea, which would, as I stated in scene, would be Sir Kagoma, the Baroness Estrella, Rancor, and Timothy,
okay.
and Tri Benton. All right. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Good night. Good evening. And God bless.